Are you tired of the struggle to track KPIs in your business or pulling data from multiple sources? Tired of losing leads due to poor follow-up? With Left Main, you now have the ability to track everything in your business all in one place. You have custom dashboards, countless reports, text and phone capabilities, and all of your favorite integrations. Left Main is the only system that is guaranteed to grow with your business. So visit leftmainrei.com/flip empire to schedule your free demo and see the most powerful CRM system built for real estate investors by real estate investors.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
If you're procrastinating on something, if there's something you know you need to do, but you find yourself procrastinating, view that as a positive. And let me provide some color and give you some context. I was recently on a call with my coach, and I was sharing with him all this friction I have with doing certain things that I don't necessarily want to do. And he goes, so you're procrastinating? And I said, yeah, I guess I am. And he said, that's actually a good thing because it tells you what you need to delegate, outsource, or automate. And it hit me right between the eyes because I've shared with you on numerous occasions in this podcast how one of the questions I'm always asking myself when I do something is, how do I delegate this? How do I automate it? How do I outsource it? Or how do I just delete it? And when he said it, I don't know if he heard me say that, but he was almost giving me a dose of my own medicine. He said, procrastination is positive because it tells you what you need to not be doing. And take inventory right now. Take stock. What are the goals that you've set out to accomplish? And figure out where the friction points are. And if you've been procrastinating on doing something that you know is going to lead you in the direction of your goals, you have a couple different options. Option one is to continue to procrastinate and do nothing about it. The downside, obviously, is that you're likely not going to achieve what it is you've set out to accomplish. Option number two is you just, as some would say, you man up or you woman up and you eat the frog, you bite the bullet. You know, not everything you do in your life and business is always going to be peaches and cream. It's not always going to be fun. Sometimes you got to eat the frog. Sometimes you got to swallow that thing you don't want to do, and you got to just push through it. The question becomes, is that sustainable long term? In other words, do you want to continue to do that over and over and over and over again? Understand that you're at the driver's seat. You're the one steering the ship. This is your business. And so you get to create and design this however you want. And I had to remind myself that on this coaching call. And it was, he kind of turned the mirror back on me and he said, why are you trying to get yourself to do things you know how to do, but that you don't necessarily want to do? Why don't you tap into your resources? Why don't you tap into your network? Why don't you tap into your audience? Why don't you just focus on the things that you enjoy, that move the needle, that drive results, that add value and impact people, and find the who. Figure out who can do some of these things within the storage business that you don't necessarily want to do. And I got to tell you, over the course of the last 3, 4, 5 days, it's got me thinking so different. And whenever there's a challenge, whenever there's any friction, I immediately start defaulting to who, not what or how. So I want to kind of leave it there for you. And I just wanted to open up with you that if there's something that you've been procrastinating on, maybe it's sending out a direct mail campaign or deploying a particular marketing campaign. Maybe it's reaching out to private lenders or raising capital or door knocking or cold calling or reaching out to that prospect or hitting a certain number of, hitting KPIs that are going to drive results if you just stay consistent with them. Stop and ask yourself where the friction point is. Is it temporary? Is it seasonal? Is it something that's not sustainable? You just don't want to do long term, but maybe you need to do in the short term. And if it's none of those, then ask yourself, okay, well, who can come in and do that so that I could focus and expand on my giftedness? You got to fill your hours with impact hours, right? It's not just about staying busy, but it's about the quality of work that you put into the time that you have. I see so many people out there, particularly on social media, just brag about how many hours they grind and hustle, and they kind of wear it. They wear this like a badge of honor in their chest. And for many people, it works. But I always tend to question, those 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days that sometimes people brag about. How many of those are actually impact hours? How many of those hours are moving the needle or driving results? That's what it's about. And if you could do that while focusing on your giftedness, your unique ability, and then surrounding yourself with the right who's, your vision will expand. One last thing before you go, if you have been listening to the show for a while or you have been getting value from the show, I would be 100% honored if you would share this show with a friend, or maybe share it with somebody that you think could benefit from this. It's my mission, it's my cause, it's my purpose through Flip Empire to impact and touch people's lives, to help people and in their businesses. So it would be an honor if you would be willing to share this episode. And one last thing, make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday when shows get released. I look forward to connecting with you on the next one. Until then, have a great day.